Burghardt with Travel LISTTIN LLC. Life is short, the time is now. This is part of our frequently asked questions series, and today we're getting at the qualifications that LISTTIN Travel Companions have. So we mentioned previously to you that our travel companions can do any of these things for you and many more, whatever it is that you need while we're on the journey there. But there are some requirements just to get started. So as you see, the first and foremost is that American Red Cross. So every travel companion stays on top of their certification through the American Red Cross. It's every 2 years, we got to stay on top of that. And that makes sure that we have CPR, first aid, and AED use for infants, children, and adults. So that's the first thing to keep us safe while we're traveling there. Then I show you my alma mater, University of North Carolina, Charlotte. That's where I earned my master's degree. My bachelor's is from Binghamton. You don't have to have a master's degree, but you do need to have completed a college program. On the bottom, you've got the seal of the United States of America, Department of State. That's where our passports are issued out of. So being a small company, when we started here, we aren't eligible for hiring folks who are international at this point. We do have to have United States citizens as our employees, but also the United States passport is recognized in almost every country. At this point, not in North Korea, and there are times where U.S. citizens are encouraged not to travel to specific countries, but generally the U.S. passport is a pretty strong one. That stays good for about 10 years in your adulthood. And that brings us to the state of New York. That's our flag right there. Based out of upstate New York, this is where we do all of our background checks and our fingerprinting. And also we have our travel companions licensed and insured through the state of New York. So they do need to have a valid driver's license in case they end up being your chauffeur. And they do need to have insurance so that everybody in the car and the vehicle is covered. Additionally, the age requirement would be over 23. This is because many states require individuals to be over the age of 21 when renting hotel rooms, and many rental companies, including internationally, require that folks be over the age of 23. That brings us to sober. That means that none of your LISTTIN companions are going to be drinking on the job, but also they're not going to be drug users of any kind. Here in upstate New York, they've legalized marijuana for adults, but based on Homeland Security and federal legislation, that's still not legal everywhere, so that would be a disqualifier. In addition to being sober, we need folks to be healthy, having gone through a recent physical and cleared for travel. They need to have at least 20 weeks of availability. That means that our hiring pool is usually folks who are going to be in grad school or college professors already or teachers already, folks that have the summers off or have long travel breaks. And then also we're looking for personality. We want somebody who's going to be able to jolly you through a situation that might not be ideal, if able to roll with the punches if something comes up that wasn't expected, and able to troubleshoot. A person who's level-headed and logical and able to take care of themselves and others. So that's kind of where we are with all of that. Please check out our website if you haven't yet. Be sure to give us a follow on one of these forms of social media. Leave me some comments on this video if you have other questions I didn't address, or if anything I said raised some new concerns. That's my contact information for you right there. So feel free to reach out, and thanks so much for listening.